What's up, it's Lauren Takes Wilson. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome back if it's not. Look, real quick, we're gonna run through this Normani's Dopamine album. Listen to it, like just real fast. Hold on. Can y'all tell? Just by the way it starts, right? Let's get into it.
Don't ever doubt you'll be someone. Always go for what you want. Get up and put your purpose on. Get up, feel the sunshine on your face. Believe that you deserve it all. Put in the work and you will end up far. This is my show and tell. So tell me, are you ready to get it on? So tell me, yeah. So tell me, are you ready? So tell me, are you ready for me? So tell me, are you ready? Tell me, are you ready?
Okay, so let's start with Big Boy. Big Boy, I really like Big Boy, just the way that it starts. I'm just gonna give this album a 10. We've all been waiting on this Normani album for a while. I've saw all of her music videos. I've probably been waiting just as long as everybody else. And we got how many tracks is on this album? 13 tracks out of the deal. And honestly, I'm kind of happy that she put Wild Side on it. But she starts out with Big Boy featuring Star. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But honestly, just the bass line alone, the upbeatness, that's what got me pulled into the song. A lot of the songs on this album remind me of the first time when I heard The Weeknd Starboy. I'll tell you why. But I don't have the physical album yet. I'm getting it because I want a specific kind. I want the vinyl and I want the CD, but I'm probably gonna get the CD first. But I've been streaming it over and over and over, and I've streamed it a few times. And it's probably been like a few weeks now since I've been listening to this album. And I have some favorites on here, and I want to share them with you. First, I'm gonna start off with Big Boy, because Big Boy just alone, the way that the album starts, I personally feel like when you do an album, the opening track is important. It doesn't matter what you're gonna do with the opening track, you have to pull that from your soul. But whatever you're gonna do, because it kind of like centers the foundation of the album, like what you can expect from the rest of the album. So that opening track is very important. So yes, I love Big Boy. I love the beat just alone, you know. And of course, I can imagine Normani doing a music video to this and some dancing, of course. I really enjoy her dancing. Still, I really like the use of that sample. I really like the vibe of this album. I definitely can see a music video to Still as well. I love the beat. I wish the songs were a little bit longer, some of them. Like Big Boy was going into that 3-minute mark, so it's cool. Because y'all know how I am with the 2-minute songs. And Still is at 2 minutes and 33 seconds. I really like that song too. There's a few things that I like about the song. So I can definitely hear that trending on TikTok. I like the hook a lot. I like the beat, and I like the sample because it reminds me of rap and hip hop in the early 2000s, like 2004, like that Dirty South grill music. Like I don't remember the artist per se, but that type of music, like Paul Wall and like the chopped and screwed music and the H-Town vibe. That's what I really like. The next track, you got track 3, All Yours. Now, All Yours, see, as I'm flying through these tracks, because I'm trying not to get these tracks flagged, and I want to remember them and talk about each of them individually. All Yours is one of my favorites because of the harmonies. Y'all know how I am about layers and harmonies. The hook is very infectious. I truly enjoy track 3, All Yours. Check that out on Normani's Dopamine. A lot of these songs are kind of like grown up, so I'm gonna leave your imagination to that. Prime example, Lights On. You know, what I'm saying? So it makes you want to like wait till nighttime, turn the lights down low, you know, maybe have like some neon night lights around you. It's totally giving that vibe, don't y'all think? So lights on. That's a really like slow type of song, slow jam, slow feel, if you will. It kind of slows the album, not slow the album down, but it kind of like gives the album like a little chill rest at track 4, because the album does starts off pretty upbeat. Okay, so track number 5. We got track number 5 with Take My Time, and I love that beat. I love the harmonies. I love the hook. The beat is super infectious. It's one of my favorite songs off this album. The reason why it's probably one of my favorites is because it reminds me of The Weeknd. It reminds me of The Weeknd. It reminds me of one of the songs off of Starboy. I think it's called... It's Gonna Come to Me. It's Gonna Come to Me. But it has that same beat. You know what I mean? It has that same type of... You know, I want to say A Lonely Night, but I could be wrong. But one of those songs off of Starboy, it reminds me, the production style reminds me of that song, and it just sounded super familiar. So that's why I like it. And yeah, track number 6, obviously, I'm gonna like this track, and it's gonna be another one of my favorites because Brandy is doing background vocals on it. That is Insomnia. She's not on the whole entire song, she's towards the end of the song. But I love the song concept, and I love the, you know, the production style and the beat, and I love that she added Brandy to it. So, of course, it's going to be my favorite. Catch those Brandy harmonies at the end. The song starts off pretty great. You know what I'm saying? Very, like, moody. You know, it kind of gives you, like, the Brandy vibe with the dragging vocals. And when people do that, it's so Brandy. I love that. Maybe that's what made her like go, that would be great if I could like get her on the song. It's giving me a you know what I'm saying? I think Brandy's like at the end as the song fades out. Yeah. So there's Brandy in the background, Insomnia. I really enjoyed that. Track number 7 is Candy Paint. I believe Candy Paint was one of the teasers. There's a few singles off this album. You have Motivation, which should have been on the album in my opinion, but my sister felt like it was overdoing it, and I had to throw in that I thought that maybe this album was better than Chloe Bailey's, but I was totally kidding. I just wanted to get my sister's gears going so she could talk about the album. I enjoyed both of those albums and both of those rollouts, honestly. But my personal opinion, I feel like Motivation should have been on the album. I'm glad that she put Wild Side on here. Sorry for that pause because I had a passing thought like this, because I have so many opinions on music in general, like for male and female artists. Like, it is totally different now, but there is certain things to like about it. So that's why I feel like I can say that, okay, I do like Normani and I do like Chloe Bailey's music, but I do have like my favorites, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's probably kids, like kids that are like Normani fanatics and Chloe Bailey fanatics that's probably been following them much longer and going much harder than I have. But I love those girls. They're doing their things. It would have been nice to see Normani at the BET Awards too. Yeah. Insomnia. After Insomnia, track 6, track number 7, Candy Paint, which is another one of my favorites. I love the beat. It just reminds, I love like the little knocking up against the, whatever it's knocking up against, all those instruments that they're using. It sounds like cowbells or toms and things like that. I really enjoy all of her upbeat songs where you can imagine it having a music video to it. I can definitely imagine this having a music video to it. Again, I think this was one of those songs that had a teaser. I'm trying to remember because it was just a few weeks ago. It was definitely 159, but I thought I heard Candy Paint, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, Grip. Grip. We all know what that's about. Need I say more? That is track number 8 with with one of those I don't want to say feel good songs, I don't want to mislead you, but it's one of those, like, you know, of age songs, one of those grown up songs, you know, to put you in the mood, if you will. That's what that's about. So then you have 159 featuring Gunna, which was the song I just mentioned earlier. I was just talking about that one because it had a teaser. And yeah, between the both, let's see.
And here is the icon.
Yeah. So track number 9, 159 featuring Gunna, right? Gunna? Yeah, Gunna. This 3-minute and 13-second song, I really do like the harmonies and I like the hook in the song. I do like the beat. A lot of her beats remind me of like not drum and bass, but you know, like where you just use a rhythm shot in the beat. Wild Side kind of reminds me of that too, but it did sample that Aaliyah song. Again, between Grip and 159, it's one of those grown up songs. Track number 10, you got Distance. You can't put it on me. Yeah, just a little taste, just so y'all can kind of get a whiff of what's going on in Normani's album. Go stream that. I'm gonna go pick up a physical copy, by the way. Still, support your artists and their CDs and their physical copies. I'm gonna go get one. Distance at on track 10, and then track 11 you have Tantrums featuring James Blake. Lovely song. Great duet. That's another one of my favorites off the album. Track 11. It's just something about those harmonies, right? Those layers and the tone of James' voice complementing Normani's voice. It's like, his is so rich and deep, and hers is so light. So just the hook, like that part, the little part I just played, you can just imagine playing that and like getting inside of your own head and imagination, you know. Again, in a dark room full of neon lights, like you definitely need to listen to that song in that kind of vibe. That's what it's given. Okay, so track number 12, you got Little Secrets. Another cool track on the album. I really like this track because it's like a performance track for her. If she was gonna perform at the BET Awards, it could have been any of the singles. It could have been 159, it could have been Grip, it could have been Take My Time, but it definitely could have been Little Secrets. I like that the lyrical contents, like the lyric play, like let me upstage you. Not saying that she's aiming at anyone or she should be talking about anyone or she could be competing with anyone, but it's one of those performance songs where I just would love to see her do it. But I heard she didn't perform at the BET Awards because she says she did something to her knee or tore a muscle. So, you know, prayers out to you, Normani. I hope you get some speedy healing coming your way and you have an opportunity to perform again at the BET Awards, and whatever awards is coming up next. And that whatever tour you have is successful, and this album rollout continues to be successful for you. Yeah, and many more. The ending track on this album, of course, is Wild Side. I definitely have to applaud her on that, because that's something I would have done. When you believe in a song, when you believe in songs or a certain sound or a project, it's like a call out to that, or a shout out to that. Like, you definitely stuck by your beliefs. It would have been sad if we didn't get Motivation or Wild Side on this album, because it would have been like she scrapped another part of an era that was supposed to be an album. So it would have been like, oh, I wonder what that album would have sounded like with Wild Side, because she had those videos and singles to it, but now we actually have an entire album with it. So it definitely makes up for it. So yes, 10s. Gonna have to give you a 10, because I don't care if the song was 5 years old, I would have put it on that album because it had a video to it, and that had the momentum. That was the last time we seen her. So, oh well. Artists did it all the time. Like, think about it. Mary J. Blige had Not Gonna Cry in 1995 for the Wait and Exhale soundtrack. Yes, my mom played this type of music. And when her album Share My World came out in 1997, she still put that song on her album. So sometimes it's just necessary. So I like the album. Probably gonna give it another listen. Can't wait to get a physical copy. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video because, yeah, I got so much to talk about. Peace.